The Realme X50 Pro cost almost half the price of the OnePlus 8 Pro besides it. But how does that factor in when it comes to performance? The Realme X50 Pro comes paired with Qualcomm's latest Snapdragon 865 processing chip, and I have the 8GB of RAM variant. The OnePlus 8 Pro, on the other hand, also comes paired with Qualcomm's latest Snapdragon 865 processing chip, and I have the 12GB of RAM version. Both phones have been updated to their latest OS, and here are the hardware specs. Feel free to hit pause for more information over here. We have 120Hz panel and 90Hz on the OnePlus and Realme respectively, and we're going to drop the OnePlus to Full HD to match that of the Realme. I have enabled high performance mode on the Realme X50 Pro, and I've also disabled all animations on both phones here because that does show the true performance of both devices. Round 1 will be all about boot, fingerprint, and face unlock. Round 2 will be all about initially opening up app speed, and round 3 will be all about RAM management. I'm going to be using my little trendy fingers over here, so we're going to pop GoPro footage to the bottom left hand corner for accuracy. Guys, this is TechNick, and without further ado, let's go! We're going to start here with a simple boot to start to see which one can boot up faster from off. The Realme does it in 15 seconds as opposed to 25 seconds, 10 seconds quicker than the OnePlus 8 Pro, getting it its first point there. When first going into the phone, the Realme also shows all the app icons quicker over there, getting it its second point in round 1. And now we're going to go ahead and test out the optical scanners under both of the screens on both devices over here. The Realme X50 Pro was faster the first time, faster the second time, and let's see if it can do best 3 out of 3 over here, and faster the third time, getting its third point in round 1. Face unlock, both of them are 2D face unlock, not very secure. They both use the cameras over here. The OnePlus gets it pretty much every time, getting it its first and final point in round 1, making it 3 points for the X50 Pro and just 1 point for the OnePlus 8 Pro in round 1. Now round 2 is all about app opening speeds. All of them have been cleared in the background, as you guys just saw there. First point gets allocated to the X50 Pro when opening up the camera. Flipping the camera though goes to the OnePlus 8 Pro, making it 1 point apiece. So the X50 Pro gets its second point when taking a snap over there. Going into the gallery app, the X50 Pro was quicker over there. And the next app that we have on the cards over here is indeed Calculator. Opening up Calculator, you guys can see the X50 Pro was slightly faster over there as well. Now what I do is, if they are very close but one of them is obvious that it opened up quicker, even though it is just 1 or 2 milliseconds between the two phones, I do allocate a point. If there is just 1 or 2 milliseconds between them but it is not obvious, I don't allocate a point at all. Speed check, internet speed test over here. I'm going to speed things up, as you guys can see at the bottom right hand corner. 21 seconds for the Realme X50 Pro. Let's see what the OnePlus 8 Pro can do over here. Also 21 seconds there. Neither of the devices got allocated a point over there. I have gone ahead and disabled the animations over here because if you leave animations on, many of you guys commented on my previous video. I know most of you do use animations, but this is not really, I guess, for general use. This is to see the raw performance of the phones. And if I leave animations on, as I have done because of a poll on my channel recently where you guys asked me to leave them on, then I would be shooting myself in the foot, since it doesn't show the true performance of the phone, since animations on all devices are different in speed. Going into Adobe Rush over here, by the way, the previous app, Photoshop Express, actually exported the picture quicker on the OnePlus 8 Pro. We're going to export a 4K clip, 25 frames per second, compress it to 1080p, 25 frames per second over here, and render it on both phones with UFS 3 storage on both of them. 5.5 seconds quicker on the X50 Pro, just 15 seconds as opposed to 20.5 seconds on the OnePlus 8 Pro. Now 8 points a piece on both phones over here, really impressive. I didn't think that it would be this close over here, but opening up Astral VPN, the OnePlus 8 Pro gets it, but they both turned it on in very similar time over there. Going into our first social media app over here, this is why we need Astral VPN here in China, because you wouldn't be able to open them up otherwise. Facebook was too close to call, same with Instagram over there, so neither of them got a point. Going into Twitter over here, the OnePlus 8 Pro gets it, making it 2 points ahead of the X50 Pro, now with 10 points as opposed to 8 on the X50 Pro. Going into YouTube, similar thing can be said. The OnePlus 8 Pro opens it up and loads it slightly quicker than the X50 Pro, now making it 11 points on the OnePlus 8 Pro, slightly going further than the gap over there, really gaining some lead over there. Now going into my profile quicker as well, though the X50 Pro opens up one of my videos quicker and loads the entire screen a lot quicker than the OnePlus 8 Pro did. I did try this a few times and the X50 Pro got it every single time. Opening up Netflix, when we go into it, the X50 Pro gets it, but the OnePlus 8 Pro obviously opened it up slightly quicker, just 1 or 2 milliseconds, but it was obvious. The OnePlus 8 Pro opened up Chrome quicker, but the X50 Pro loaded it quicker, so neither point was given over there. Going into our first game of 4 games over here, Subway Surfers, the X50 Pro grabs its 11th point over there, now passing 10 there, just 2 points behind that of the OnePlus 8 Pro. Second game on the app drawer over here, goes to flip diving, which goes ahead to the OnePlus 8 Pro, making it 14 points, now 3 points ahead of the X50 Pro. Next app here is Temple Run 2, slightly longer to load over here. I've sped it up quite a bit and now slowed it back down to real-time speed. OnePlus 8 Pro gets its 15 point, now really making the gap a lot larger now with 4 points ahead of the X50 Pro. Last game here, PUBG Mobile, I have sped it up, as you guys can see bottom right hand corner. The Realme X50 Pro did in 18.5 seconds, 1.5 seconds slower than that of the OnePlus, giving the OnePlus its 16th and final point in round 2, 5 points ahead of the Realme X50 Pro. I've sped up RAM management, as you guys can see 200% in the bottom right hand corner. We're just checking which apps can stay open, not really which ones can open up fast over here. All of them have pretty much stayed open on both devices over here. If they both keep it open, then neither point is allocated. If both of them kill it, neither point is allocated. Only if 1 point keeps it open or 1 phone kills it, then a point is indeed allocated. And there are 0 points here because the RAM management on Realme and OnePlus devices are very similar here. Pretty great stuff, even though we have 8 gigs and 12 gigs of RAM respectively. Total points 14 for the Realme X50 Pro. The winner is the OnePlus 8 Pro with 17 points. If we just look at raw speed over here, 16 points in round 2 for the OnePlus as opposed to 11 points for the X50 Pro. Let me know what you guys thought of this test down below in the comment section. This is TechNick and I'll see you in the next one.